Welcome back to the channel, everybody. We're about to go daily because football is starting. God bless. Hallelujah. We're reacting to Mark Goldbridge's Premier League predictions today. I made my Premier League predictions last year. I haven't made mine yet this year, so I'm scouting a bit. I'm going to put mine up tomorrow. Mark and I both last year, we had Manchester United in fourth. We both did. And I like to joke that maybe he has a Manchester United bias, but I also put them in fourth. Other than that, we had a lot of similarities in both of our predictions. He had Manchester City in first. I did too, and we both had Liverpool in three. We both had Arsenal at second. We nailed that. And then really outside of that United, then we had Chelsea, Villa, and Newcastle, and it went exactly that way except Newcastle, Villa swapped. So, England's expert right here. We're going to clock in. I'm curious to see what he's going to say, especially about United. And I like watching a lot of these predictions because I do feel like they start to shape, my understanding of what people are thinking, how people are feeling about certain teams. And it's just entertaining to watch. So I'm going to watch it with you guys. You tagged me in it. I haven't watched it. Shout out to Mark. Go watch his channel, guys. And we are going to jump right into it. Let's go.
1, 2, 3. Hello everybody and welcome to my Premier League predictions for the Premier League season 25-26. This is big. Last year we had nearly 600,000 views. Let's get 10,000 likes, smash a like, and let's get in the comments because we're going to predict everything from the top 6 in the Premier League to the bottom 3. Player of the Year to the Golden Boot. Champions League winner to Europa League. Carabao Cup winner to FA Cup. And also a bonus feature this year, which I'll tell you in a moment, which I think you'll all want to get involved with as well. So, here we go. Now, look, I don't know what it is about the Sunday before the Monday that this video goes out. Last year, I'd had a few. I think the year before, I'd had a few. This year, I was like, I'm not going to have a few. It's hot. I've already had a couple. Yeah, it's not even 1 o'clock. And it's just really hot. And I've been watching football. And after the football, people are like, do you want a drink? And Alvino did flow, but it wasn't Alvino. So, look, that's my excuse again. Although last year did very good. And I'm still going to do spinning the chair. No, that won't work because there's something there. That hit my foot. We're still going to do
a
the Champions League
shirt.
Winner is... not PSG. Right, let's get into the top 6. Right, here we go. This has not been revealed before. I haven't revealed this. This is actually hot off the press. I'm confident about this. This is one where I'm not going to say I was going to do this and I'm going to do that. Relegation, I am a bit like that. So, 6th place, Newcastle. Even though they've been rejected more times than a vegetarian butcher, they are based... Is there a vegetarian butcher? I can't imagine there would be one. I can't imagine what are you going to do? Chop up a celery? Gutter bloody aubergine. I mean, look, this is the world.
What a tangent from Mark,
do.
man.
But they substitute it. Anyway, the point is, they like handling meat. If I know more meat than a porn star. Anyway, look, it's not a joke. It's not stand up. I should have stood up. My back's killing me. But look.
Mark, you got kids, man.
I'm going to go 6th place Newcastle. I still think that Spurs, and I'm ruining it. So 6th place Newcastle. 5th place Manchester United.
What?
Gary, Manchester United.
I'm not making this mistake because I made a mistake last year and I put them way higher than they should have been. I don't know if oh, man.
United. Yeah, I'm going Man United in 5th. Obviously, the trouble with Premier League predictions is we still don't know what transfers are going to happen. But we can't use that as an excuse because that's like saying, well, I want to marry her, but when I've married her, I found out that she doesn't like doing the, I don't know, you don't get to try before you buy is what I'm saying sometimes. So I like to say that, or him. But the point is, and I'm not talking about that sort of stuff. I'm saying that they might not like watching football documentaries. Or something niche that you wouldn't have asked before. You can't ask every question before you get married, by the way.
United, right?
So,
why?
But my point is...
yes, your point.
Obviously, there's still transfers to be done. So, Man United, I'm hoping are going to get Belieber and a goalkeeper. And then I am a believer that we will get 5th. But I want to just say, last year, I said Man United were going to win the Europa League and get top 4. Wrong answer. So, just be wary, the red-tinted glasses can be a problem. But I'm going to go 5th place, Man United. 4th place, Chelsea. Again, top 4. Yeah, I expect a good season for Chelsea. And I think they'll be a lot closer to the top 3. But I'm going to go Chelsea in 4th. Man City in 3rd. I just don't think they're better than Liverpool and Arsenal. I don't. And I think that they are still going to go through transition. How long's Pep really going to be here? Does he want to be here? He's building a new team, but does he want to? Is Rodri going to be injured? Is he going to stay? There's too many questions about Man City, but they're still going to be good enough to get top 3. Now, this is the one. Second place, Spurs. No, joking. Spurs not in the top 6. Villa not in the top 6. Second place, it's so close. I'm actually going niche. I'm going to go Liverpool in second place. I understand.
I was going to, so I'm going to add something right now, and I haven't made my predictions yet. I don't hate that. Is that bad? I mean, I know he's going to now say Arsenal is going to win the league. I don't know if it's going to be Arsenal, but I do have a sneaky suspicion that either Arsenal or Chelsea, we might be sleeping on. It's nothing to do with the Liverpool match yesterday. I just have a sneaky suspicion. I'm understanding what Mark is getting at. I don't really know if I agree with United 5. I think it's more 7 or 8. Newcastle 6, I don't know if I love that one either. But Chelsea, for me, in the top 4. City, I think, is in the top 4.
Understand why they're everybody's favourites, and they probably should be the favourites.
Wow.
But you know what? I like to be a little bit different, and I think if I get it this right, I will look really intelligent. I said if Arsenal get a striker, they can win the league. I didn't expect Liverpool to do what they did in the window, and that, if you know what, if Liverpool had bought 2 players, I would have said Arsenal are going to win the league. But Liverpool's transfer window is terrifying, and really they are favourites. But I did say if Arsenal get a striker, they'll win the league. But I also think they've got to win the league as well. Like, I really do think if Arsenal lose the league by 10 points, you would have to look at Arteta and go, well, what more can you do? You know, what more can you do? You know, I don't know whether they've got any Scotsmen on the board at Arsenal, but what more can you do, Mikel? You know, we're giving you everything here. And what are you going to do? So I think I'm going to go Arsenal to win the league. That's very, very, very out there, but that's what we do. Tell me your top 6. Okay.
I don't think that's super crazy. Considering, like, also Arsenal, I think most people watching this video are going to predict Arsenal to get top 3. So I think it is a little marginal if you're moving one team from 1 to 2 to 3. I don't know if it's that crazy. And odds-wise, I could look while he's talking. Let me see.
First man, no. I'm not even. I'm going to get caught out on that. You know what? I've got a really good category and I haven't researched it, so I'm going to have to I'll just do it on the hoof. But hoof, sorry, not on the hoof. I'm not the big bad wolf. I'll do it on the hoof. I'll huff and I'll. No. Well, you can't say the other word now.
Premier League winner odds.
Anyway, you can't do that anymore. Seb was at school a couple of years ago and they were doing the big bad wolf and 3 bears.
Straight pigs. Forecast.
And I said, oh, what happened? I was intrigued, so I love that story. You know, the bit where the wolf says, I'll huff and I'll blow your house down. He said he doesn't say that. And I said, what does he say? And he says, I'll
plus
blow
180,
and
Arsenal
I'll blow,
225. It's pretty close.
And I was like, yeah, you can't.
Odds-wise, it's Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City, Chelsea,
it means
guys.
just below. Well, there used to be a dragon. The magic dragon. Anyway, let's get on. So my point is, you should be able to use it. It's not being used out of context. You're actually talking about expending air. Anyway, I don't know where I am. Where am I?
What is this guy talking about?
My point is, I'm going to go with relegation, and I'm going to go. Oh, it's tough, this. Who's your relegation 3? I'm going to go with Sheffield United, who aren't even in the Premier League. I always get them mixed up with Sunderland. I'm not going to go with Sheffield United. They can't be relegated from a league they're not in. You're not going to get them with that. The Blades are not going to get caught with that. I'm going to go Leeds. I'm going to go Burnley. And I'm really stuck on this. I was going to go Brentford. I don't think I've got massive confidence in the person that they've appointed. And I also think that losing Mbeumo, Norgard, Fleckin, Wizzer is going to, when Wizzer goes, I think Brentford could plummet. But the problem I have, apart from how many bottles, is that it's not just about, I think Sunderland have spent really interestingly, and I think people like Xhaka coming in really do help. But I look at the gap, the points gap. Even when you look at the 3 up, 3 down for the last 2 years, the gap between where they are and the next best Premier League team is like massive. And it's that. You've got. It's not just about, oh, Sunderland look good or Leeds look good or Burnley look good. They've also got to basically get 40 points. And we've not seen a team really look like they can get 35. So I'm going to go 3 up, 3 down. Which I hope it doesn't happen. I would love to see one of the newly promoted teams stay up. Because 3 up, 3 down, 3 years in a row, we've basically got a Super League, haven't we? That these teams can't stay up. So I hope somebody can,
which is a good
but
point.
I am going to go 3 up, 3 down.
I mean, some people will say that's a safe prediction, but
first
I don't have anything wrong with that.
To get the sack this season, and I'm going to go with Patrick Bamford at Leeds. I just think they nearly sacked him in the summer, and which was crazy to me. And I just don't think they're going to have a good start. So I think that's going to get lined up to get done. I've just realised his name's not Patrick Bamford. It's not. It's Daniel Farr.
I thought this guy was saying like maybe the manager looked like Patrick Bamford or some shit. Yo, this guy's wasted.
I don't think it's that either. He's the one in Shrek.
I've never seen Mark actually seem this wasted on a video.
He is little.
Crazy.
He's little. I'm sorry, he is. And he's a cartoon character. He ain't going to do anything. You can't complain about it. You can't get me on that. Daniel Fark, isn't it? Is it? What's his name? Maybe it is Farquhar. Leeds man. It might not be him. Leeds. Daniel Fark. Yep. He will get sacked first, in my opinion. I nearly went with Keith Andrews. But oh God, well, this was a mistake. Imagine this is my best one ever. So I'm going to go with, I'm going to go with Fark at Leeds. That's who I'm going to go with getting the sack. Right, let's go Golden Boot, because this one I can see clearly now the rain has gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. My Golden Boot winner is up there with Arsenal winning the league, because for Arsenal to win the league, this guy does need to win the Golden Boot. His name is Gyökeres.
Wow.
I cannot get my hat around why people are saying he's going to flop, other than ignorance. We had some people said Haaland was going to flop. You know what? Remove your head from the arse of the Premier League and just look around Europe. There are other leagues going on. I think Gyökeres in an Arsenal shirt, I look at the crosses that Saka puts in that strikers don't read, and he will. Easily. I mean, obviously injuries can impact Player of the Year and they can impact Golden Boot, but if he stays fit for like 80% of the season, I can see him winning the Golden Boot. So I'm going to Gyökeres there. Player of the Year, a little bit boring on this one because I'm going to stay with what I did last year. I can't look further than Mo Salah.
Wow.
I think, again, if he's fit, he's going to get loads of goals, loads of assists. He's going to be the biggest goals and assist contributor in the Premier League, and he's the best player in the Premier League as well. So I'm going to stick to Mo Salah winning it again. Which does that? Wow, actually, have I jumped too soon there?
I don't think Mo Salah is going to win Player of the Year this year.
I've jumped into a swimming pool there, and I didn't realise there was a crocodile at the bottom, and I've been snapped in two. People would pay for that. The reality is, can Salah win Player of the Year if Arsenal win the league? But the reality is you've got to have a bit of a backstop, haven't you? So I'm going to stick with Salah. It could be Gyökeres for Player of the Year as well, but I'm going to go with Salah. I'm also going to go to... Let's do the Champions League next, and then we'll do the domestic cups. So we'll go Europe. I'm not doing the Conference League. No one's interested in that, and I don't even know who's in it. I don't know who's in the Conference League. Is it Forest? Maybe they will win it, or Crystal Palace. Maybe an English team should win that. Europa League, Aston Villa. I think this is where Emery will be very, very clever. He's very good at that tournament, or formerly known as the Europa League, the artist formerly known as Prince, the UEFA Cup. Rest in peace.
They had a pretty good run in the Champions League this year too.
We're going to go with Villa. I think they will win that. Champions League. Last year I said Liverpool. PSG were brilliant. I think we're getting an English Champions League winner. I think, to be fair, yes, a lot of the clubs have spent money to win the Premier League, but I think they've also got an eye on the Champions League as well.
He's going to say Liverpool.
I think... I know what I want to say, and you should do that. You should do that. I'm just thinking whether I can last minute change my mind. Liverpool. I'm going to go Liverpool Champions League. Begrudgingly, I said Liverpool last year, and I'm going to say Liverpool again this year for the Champions League, which leaves we've still got domestic cups to do, and I am going to say that the FA Cup winner will be Chelsea. They've got a big squad, and yeah, I mean the FA Cup's about luck, isn't it? I mean, look at United last year.
You know, I'm thinking about a Champions League too. That's like crazy with Arsenal. Like Arsenal last in the Champions League, they had so many chances and moments that they really were in that game with PSG, and like people forget like that was a semifinal. Arsenal, I don't hate his choice for the league this year with Arsenal. I don't. Arsenal and Liverpool are going to be strong. Definitely going to be strong.
We got Arsenal in the third round.
Chelsea is going to cause a lot of teams problems, I think, in the Champions League. I think Chelsea's going to cause a lot of issues.
Or you can breeze it through to the semis without playing anybody. So it's hard to predict, but I'm going to say Chelsea for the FA Cup. And Carabao Cup, I think, is easier to predict because teams are playing reserves earlier on. There's a two-legged semi-final. So tends to be, the most dismissed cup domestically, but it's probably the one that you can really sort of predict well, I think. So I say Man United, actually. I feel like I'm jinxing Man United massively and Amorim's going to be sacked by the end of August. But no, he can't be sacked. He's got to do well this year. So I'm going to go with Manchester United to win the Champions League and come in. Not the Champions League, we're not even in it. We're not even in Europe. They've confiscated our passports. It's a waste of trees. Carabao Cup, Manchester United. That's where I'm going. I hope that wasn't so confusing. I love this video every week. Yeah. So make sure.
All right, guys. Let me know your thoughts. What are you guys thinking about what Mark said? I don't know if I hate anything he said. I'm not sure about United getting 5th. I don't know if I love the Newcastle at 6 either. I don't know. Those two I'm not sure about. Everything else he said, like, maybe I'll have a difference of opinion when I drop my video tomorrow, but I don't hate what he's saying. So let me know your thoughts, guys, and thanks for watching. Lovely reaction video.